You saw you lot lost to Everton, do you say?
Last season.
Yeah, at least you're getting used to losing. Guys, make sure you like the video and subscribe. You're watching Never a Foul, and we're here to talk Chelsea, Manchester United at Old Trafford on Wednesday. I'm joined by Daps, Mr. Terrace Colt, big up Big Steve as well.
And the thing is, we're talking about Manchester United, and after that little shot,
I do you know what? Yeah, I know. Castle's gonna love that one. I thought no L's as well. Damn, but guys, yeah, make sure you like the video, subscribe, run the intro. Oh, see that. Ignore me.
Just carry on.
Yeah, we just carry on. I just went straight into it, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, Daps. I enjoyed that one. This is my head. I thought, you know what? The only time I get to actually just get City a little bit is
you
there.
don't get it when you play yourself.
Nah, I don't. Yeah, true. Won't happen. Yeah, won't happen
What
much
about
this
when
year.
it mattered?
But
What
then
about
again,
when it mattered?
FA Cup, I know. Well, my buzz lasted 13
No
seconds,
takers.
Gundogan. Yeah, 30 seconds. But yeah, big game at Old Trafford, serious talk. Man United taking on Chelsea. Chelsea coming off the back of a win. Man United coming off the back of a loss against Newcastle. I'll start it. Simply wasn't good enough, man. That game there, it just, do you know what it was? Yeah, and this is the thing I've noticed. Some Man United fans are like absolutely bamboozled by it. You got rivals that are not you, Daps, but you got other rival fans that are like coming at Manchester United for that. And I'm like, yo, listen, don't be shocked by what Manchester United have been doing at the moment. We would never go into Newcastle, and you're quite like me, like the way you think about things. Saturday night, 8 o'clock, under the lights, TV game, them not raring to go after what happened at PSG in the week. There was no way that I felt like Manchester United were going to get a result. However, could have the performance been better? Could have these players put in 100%? No, not performance. Could the effort have been better? Could the players show that they want to work for the manager? Could the players have done more? The answer is yes, they're still professionals. The basics were lacking there, and Newcastle had all the basics covered. For me,
I
that
think we
performance...
watched a different game.
The performance was unacceptable, and I
think we watched a different game.
Are you going to say because you didn't think Newcastle was that good?
I think two reasons. I think firstly, I expect, right, so you are right, you're spot on, yeah, that United fans, that what they want and what they expect, you don't get that no more.
No.
Whereas generally, as rivals, we get exactly what we want. Yeah? We want you lot in the mud, and you lot are in the swamp, quite literally.
We are.
Yeah. However,
it is musical statues.
I think the Newcastle game, I don't think Newcastle were that great, right?
But they didn't need to be, and that's
Maybe.
my concern.
But let's park Newcastle up for a minute. I actually think that you lot, and effort-wise, in some areas of the pitch, weren't bad, right?
Shaw, Maguire.
Yeah. You look so much better without Lindelof as left-back. He's not a left-back, right?
Of course.
Delot, all right, he doesn't look amazing there.
No,
but
he was okay.
He looks better than Lindelof. Wan-Bissaka, not at his best. But
wasn't helped because Marcus Rashford, wasn't it?
Defensively as a unit, he looked all right. I think any criticism for Kobe for me,
no.
Wild,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's agenda merchants trying to run agendas like.
Yep. Goonally. Yep.
Then you've got going forward, and that's where the issue is for me. That is what I would say. Whereas with City, I'm saying, don't criticise the players going forward. We scored 4. We scored 3. Right? We scored 3 against Leipzig. So if you look at what City scored, 4 against Chelsea, 3 against Leipzig, 3 against Tottenham.
Yeah.
But we're conceding more. It's the other way around with you. I actually think, although, yes, I get it, you have been conceding goals, I don't think your issue is defensively. It's going forward. It's the lack of effort going forward. McTominay, right, you've got Kobe.
All he does is offer all McTominay does is just goals. That's it.
Nothing defensively.
Yeah, McTominay offers nothing but goals.
Nothing, right? He's like, can you remember Guendouzi when he was at Arsenal, where he'd get excited going forward, but it's like, bro, but that's not your role.
Yeah. Every chain has to go back to the other stop.
It's not all... Yaya used to get away with it.
Yeah.
But he had Fernandinho next to him. And he had Nigel de Jong next to him. I just think going forward, you've got McTominay that acts excitable going forward, but doesn't really offer that much going forward.
Can't pass.
You've got Rashford, who, apart from goals, offers absolutely nothing.
Yeah, confidence is shot. Martial is Martial. We know what we get.
Yeah. And then
Garnacho is...
Garnacho, do you know what? I'm
he
not
tries,
him
but
too much.
yeah.
He's still raw and young.
Do you know what it is?
I have to say, for me, the manager. And I'm going to be honest with you. Look, I'm not putting it all on the manager. There's certain players in your team that are not trying hard enough, right? But I also think your manager is like, all right, we get it. McTominay's come in once or twice and saved your skin, right? I understand.
Doesn't mean he's a guaranteed starter, though, because that's what I feel like is happening. McTominay scored a couple of goals now. He's going to save me.
Throw him on as a sub,
that's it.
Right?
And we lose control of the game because you're playing someone like him who can't do the basics of passing. 10 passes completed in the first half the other day. Like, I'm sorry, if you're a central midfielder, that should not be happening. But do you know what? It's interesting because I'm glad you've touched on the goal scoring part. So I'm going to come back to it, and it's quite interesting because we scored 3 away at Bayern in the Champions League, and I'm talking Europe. We scored 3 away at Galatasaray, scored 3 away at Copenhagen. Didn't win any of them games. But I was saying, and this is to Saeed as well, that you've got Højlund, who's not scored a Premier League goal this year. Martial scored 1. You've got Rashford and Garnacho hardly on any at all as well. But my issue is, even when these players are scoring goals, Daps, and I'm going to make you even think about your last few games when you watched United. Garnacho scored a goal against Everton, a great bicycle kick. Didn't do nothing the rest of the game, right? Scored a goal against Galatasaray, didn't really do much. Martial chipped him with a goal and won the penalty against Everton, but other than that, the rest of the season's not been great. Højlund's been scoring goals in the Champions League, not really getting none in the Premier League. Anthony is Anthony, one of the worst signings. Sancho is not there anyway. Bruno Fernandes chips him with a goal and assist, but his performances are stunk. When Manchester United players are even scoring goals in the Premier League or the Champions League, where can I look at you and say, yeah, they scored, but also their performance was good? No, they're scoring goals, but their performances are still stinking. So it doesn't even matter if they're scoring that, because they're crap anyway.
Would you not say, for me, there's a touch of two things with that. That firstly, you're right. I do think the players need to work harder, need to see more effort.
I'd rather them play well, but not score.
But for me, if players are not playing well, if players are looking like they don't really care, like, I'm looking at Pep right now saying you need to do something to test these players and see, like, soul search. Ten Hag should be doing that with these players. He should be testing these players. He should be, McTominay, no, cool, you're not putting any effort in, you're not starting. Right?
But does a manager, when they're under pressure, like we saw last season, the first 2 games, when he lost to Brighton and then lost to Brentford, instead of trying to play his football, he went back to that sort of pragmatic approach, and it was like, do you know what, for the season, we're just going to get results. And now, we're not getting results really at the moment, but okay, 4 out of the last 6 Premier League games. No, the informed, yeah. But I know the performances weren't great, but we've got 4 out of 6, but the performances haven't been great again. Has he gone back to that type of, I'm under pressure, so forget sort of the football or trying out people, I just need to get results?
He's just lost it.
Yeah. So do you think
the point of me going, oh no, they're going back to trying to play that? No,
okay.
Or maybe he is, but maybe this time he hasn't got the players, and the players aren't playing for him now. They're not running for him now. Rashford, when he came off, what did he say on the bench? Right?
Yeah.
Because I saw him muttering something to the player next to him, right?
Yeah.
And I actually thought, if I was Regulon, I'd say, bro, shut up. Like, you did nothing. Like, when you've got someone in your ear going, we're playing rubbish.
No, them drunk man. When you get the drunk man in your ear and you're just like, bruv, allow it now.
But even, it's like, if I was there, I would have done this, done that. Yeah. No, you wouldn't, bro. I watched you for 70 minutes stink up the whole place.
Well, this is the thing.
And this is the thing. I go back to what I've said before, that there's certain players on your team that because of periods in their career they have had, periods at your club they have had, how important they are, probably how much they get gassed by fans all around the FCs, player FCs, right? That, they're like, can't be me.
Yeah,
I'm not to blame for this. Why am I at this club? Right? Yeah. But why am I at this club? You're one of the issues at this club about why you're at this club. The truth
is, being 26 years of age and coming through the academy, Marcus Rashford.
26 now.
Yeah, like you're from St Kitts and Nevis heritage-wise, but let's put that aside. You're an experienced player at Man United, 26. When the chips are down, he's now in that position, and I know he don't pick the contract, but yes, you wanted that big contract. You got that contract. When the team's under pressure, you get the club and what it's like to be there. He should be the one rallying up other players. He should be the one doing the basics of tracking down his man, not letting Livramento go through, and also keeping his head up and trying to get Manchester United out of this hole. At the moment, he's in the hole. The rest of the team in the hole, right? And he's a Man United supporter. For me, I'll be real with you. Talking about this game against Chelsea, I'm dropping Marcus Rashford from the starting 11. I think it's time that he has a wake-up call that you've not been there, you've not done it, you've not won it all. You've still got time to improve. You need to step up your performances.
Do you know what he really needs to
I think Garnacho needs to stay in. I think Højlund comes back in for Martial.
100% Højlund.
And actually, as much as I don't like Anthony, because he come on and he tried giving it 100% effort, and Ten Hag needs his people he trusts, Ten Hag probably looks at Anthony as he trusts him. I'll play him as well.
You're going to like this. I wouldn't mind, me and Cass were talking in the game, I wouldn't mind seeing Martial and Højlund.
Oh, it's a front two. Perhaps I'm going to have to spud you across there.
I wouldn't. And it's mad because Anthony, sorry, I'm not hearing it.
Throw it back. Good Johnson Hasselbank vibes.
I'm looking at what you've got there. Højlund, hold-up play, but also pacey.
Yeah.
Then you've got Martial, great hold-up play as well. Runs with the ball well. I think that can work.
But will he change formation? Someone said to me, maybe go into a back three and just say, get a bit solid at the back.
Sure.
And playing two up front.
I can't knock the other game. Can I just say on Rashford as well, yeah, that another reason why Rashford probably needs to think about things as well is not just about Man United, but we've got the Euros in the summer, right? Now,
Anthony Gordon, people like that sniffing for his place.
Anthony Gordon, bro.
He deserves to be in there over him right now.
There's another one, right? There's another player that was one of Southgate's favourites for a long time and is doing well, looking a lot better, looking like the old self, Raheem Sterling, yeah? And if you're Rashford, you're looking at Gordon, Raheem Sterling and thinking, these are two players. Now, Grealish hasn't had a great season and he don't favour Grealish, but Rashford, his spot in the England team
100%
should also be questionable because you can only have a bad... Look, Sterling's seen it. Sterling dropped out favourite England because of his performances going down, right? Sterling can get back up there. If Rashford has a bad season, his place in the England team is not guaranteed.
And a direct question, and we'll talk on Chelsea. Do you see... By the end of the year,
Cole Palmer as well.
Yeah, true. By the end of the year, 4 weeks. After that, do you see Rashford turning a corner, or do you think he's just going to have this season and it's going to stay like this?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to turn the season. Rashford's a bit of a confidence player, and at the moment,
you can't see where the confidence is coming from. If the manager went, do you think that would change things?
Well, if the manager went, then Sancho might come back. So then there's more competition for Rashford as well. So we don't know. I just think also as well, if you're performing badly, sooner or later you get dropped. Someone else comes in. So right now, Rashford... right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If a new owner, Jim, comes in and he fixes it for you, right? Does Jim go... If Jim turns around and goes, listen, Rashford has to start. He's a poster boy of this club. Are you happy with that? Is that what you want from your owners?
100% no. I want the best as a fan for the football club.
Yeah.
And if it meant, and I don't want Rashford sold because I think there's bigger issues before you sell Rashford. If he came in and said, look, I'm going to get you a Rafael Leao, I'm going to get you some technical footballers, but we're going to have to lose Marcus Rashford. If that's the best for the football club and what the manager wanted moving forward, then I'm all for it. I'm not going to stick by Rashford. I'm sticking by what I want from Manchester United.
But I do get you that if a new manager came in, if a new owner comes in, there is a chance that even if Ten Hag does drop Rashford, the changes could mean that Rashford goes straight back in.
But also, it also sets that precedent that, no player is just entitled to anything. I like managers that come in and say, no, you're not playing, you've got to earn your right to start. And Ten Hag, at the end of the day, right now, he's got to make decisions best for his team and the best for his job, because we always say one thing in football: the manager goes before the players. Yeah. And on the Chelsea side, you look at them right now and, I say the fans are getting more behind Mauricio Pochettino at the moment. I look at it, beating Brighton on the weekend. Yes, Brighton played better, but it's a results business. They've picked up a draw against City. Yeah. Now it's about winning them games that Chelsea fans want to win at home. Brighton winning against them 3-2 is a step in the right direction. Badiashile coming back in at centre-back, him and Thiago Silva. They've got Reece James returning from suspension against United. The problem is, obviously, and I think it'll be a solution, is Conor Gallagher. As much as Don calls him Gallagher, woof, woof, all that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end, the bottom line is that Gallagher's not going to be in there. And my issue is, if I'm a Chelsea fan, I want to see Cole Palmer in the 10 because his dribbling, his ability to pick up pockets, doing that sort of Phil Foden gliding and that, when we've got no natural sort of DM right there with Casemiro out and you don't know if Amrabat's going to play, I think Chelsea can get some joy. And I'm worried going into this game. When I look at the technical side of it, the Enzos, Casados, Palmer there, Sterling's back in form, Jackson, who can still probably get chances against us, and then whoever it is going to be on the right, whoever they pick from their options.
More chance against you than he has Astrid.
Yeah. Real talk. I'm worried about this Chelsea team. I think, do you know what? If I was, like we said about the Villa preview, if people haven't watched that, Villa City preview, Chelsea will be coming to Old Trafford And I think they'll be thinking we're playing them at the right time. What do you think about Chelsea's chances? Because I think they can get a result.
This is a game that's a win-win for me. It really is. It's a bit like, what was that other one the other week? I think Tottenham and Chelsea. You know them games where it don't affect me.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, the way my team's playing at the moment, in a few weeks it could affect me, but at the moment it don't affect me. Right. And I think Chelsea will be coming there confident, but we have to be real. Chelsea are not blowing teams away, bro.
No, they're not.
Like, yes, they got a result against us,
and they haven't beat a Big Six team yet. Right? Yeah. Under Poch.
They beat Brighton, but they didn't convincingly beat Brighton, and that was a half-hearted Brighton, right?
Facts.
Brentford game wasn't too long ago,
no,
right? They're very hot and cold, and you just don't know what you're going to get from.
And it's going to be a cold night.
Look, I do think Cole Palmer is a must for them.
Yeah, I'd play him in the 10. I just think he can cause us problems.
Yeah. I think if you're looking at Man United, right? If I'm looking at Man United right now, I'm thinking, okay, do you know what? They're not going to cause us too many issues going forward. We can get at them through the midfield, right? We can win this midfield battle very easily.
100%.
That's what I'm looking at. And I'm going, okay,
that's the key.
The key to winning this midfield battle
win
for me,
the midfield,
and I don't mean win the midfield defensively. I mean win the midfield battle.
Yeah.
It's Cole Palmer. It's picking up the ball from deep.
Yeah.
It's
driving at us. Looking at other teams, look, getting the ball and just running out of midfield. We haven't got the legs.
Run at you.
Yeah.
Like, noticing the space. Noticing the fact that if McTominay starts, he won't trap back. And all the gaps that will be all over the place. Will Mount start?
No, he's injured, isn't he?
Oh, he's injured.
Yeah. Actually, no, he's back in training, but I don't think he'll play. That's a good question, though, actually, because Mount knows Chelsea and knows maybe some of their weaknesses, but he is back in training. I don't think he'll make it, though.
Kuku's not ready yet, is he?
No. Yeah, it's got, for me, Amrabat, Kobe. Just keep it strong. Keep it tight, keep it strong.
Amrabat and Kobe should be your... Is it Kobe or Kobe?
Yeah, Kobe, yeah.
But for me, it's screaming out that, look, I saw you lot against us, and the gaps really started appearing the minute Amrabat went off.
Yes.
Right? And Mount came on, and they thought that Mount and McTominay were going to do a job with closing the gaps in, and there was just gaps for fun, right? Whereas Amrabat and Kobe... That is where Man United are right now. Right?
Yeah.
That's where you are.
Sad state of affairs, but it's the truth.
No, but that's where you are.
But it's the truth. We are.
Casemiro came in last season. That's where you were. You didn't need a De Jong. You needed a Casemiro, right?
Yeah.
That's where you are right now.
Passion.
And this is where I said about City going to Villa, where we are right now, play Phillips
Uncle Calvin
as a destructive midfielder, just to break up, sit there, don't move. And I think that's kind of where you are. I think Kobe would look so much better with Amrabat.
Yeah, because I feel like with Kobe, before we wrap up, I feel like, I'm not saying he's Paul Pogba, of course, before people get excited, but he's got that ability. No, but he's got the attributes of picking up the ball and being able to drive and glide and beat a few players. Manchester United's midfield has lacked ball carriers for a long, long time. I look at teams like you lot when you sign Matthias Nunes. I look at Chelsea, obviously they've got Gallagher and they've got Casado that can run with the ball. I look at Arsenal and I look at Declan Rice right now. He can run with the ball. Basuma, drop a shoulder, can drive with the ball, and it opened up space. Manchester United are lacking that. And now we've pinned our hopes on an 18-year-old who, yes, he will thrive and have a good career at Man United, but we should not be Manchester United and looking at an 18-year-old to dig us out of a hole right now. So the pressure's on.
That's where...
And hope he delivers, but it's hard for him, man.
How Kobe could drive forward and really strive. Yeah, if you play... the right midfielder next to him,
which is Amrabat,
allows him to
do that.
You can't allow an 18-year-old to thrive while he's also having to think about getting back and defending. Because McTominay is busy
and Bruno are up the pitch,
happy running up to the other end of the pitch. So.
And that note, exactly, we will see how Ten Hag sets up, how Pochettino sets up. It's a big game because obviously we're quite close in terms of the points as well. We need to get back to winning ways, otherwise Ten Hag's in big trouble. Your prediction, Daps, quickly: Chelsea win, Man United win, or a draw?
Do you know what? I think Chelsea are going to win this, unfortunately. Initially, after the Newcastle game, maybe not so. But thinking about, because I actually really don't think defensively you were that bad. But I think Chelsea are going to come there, and I think it might be a 2-0.
Okay, fair. And on that note, I'm not going to do a prediction. You guys are going to do the prediction for me down below in the comments. Make sure you're liking, subscribing. Also, check out our NAF Reactions channel. And also, make sure you're checking out all the content coming over the festive period.